It's going to be a busy old week over in Serie A as we have a double match day to look forward to. But can Atalanta do the daily double and put 7 in the back of the net once again? We'll talk about that and much more. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time, take a look at the latest match day over in Italy. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Serie A related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related, all here under one roof. Ski. Yes, I've just took my antidote. The werewolf will be gone for a little bit, but it's going to be reoccurring. I'm pretty much sure, because it is Halloween week this week. But it was a bit of a nightmare for who was it who got put 7 past them last weekend. Let's take a look at it quickly. It was flipping Udinese got 7 past them by Atalanta. It's free scoring all across Europe. Of course, in the Premier League with Leicester putting 9. There's quite a high scoring game in the Bundesliga, I think. But anyway, we're not talking about Bundesliga. We are talking about Serie A, folks. So let's get into the thick of things and take a little look at the match in a bit more detail. Before that, a bit of admin for you folks. I am on the lookout for Patreons, and I bet you're wondering what the heck Patreons are. Of course not, because I keep going on and on about it. But you guys got to go check it all out. There is a link in the description down below. It is a way for you to offer some support to this channel, to this platform, to push it further to another flipping level, boys and girls. It is a big old year next year, 2020 European Championships coming at you. It's like a mini World Cup, especially for us folks in Europe. Well, I'm not in Europe, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So I am trying to push this baby onto another level, so I could do with some support and extra support. So please check that sucker out. I do appreciate your viewership, but this is another huge way you can help me with the channel. There are 3 tiers of support, ranging from just $1 a month, up to $10 if you are Mr. Moneybags. But anyway, let's take a look at the Serie A action, folks. Last time out, this is the grading criteria I'm going to judge both you and I over. If you get 0 to 3, you're in the shit face gang. 4 to 6, you're in the straight face club, and then if you're in 7+, you are top banana, boys and girls. Top of flipping banana. So let's get going and take a little look at the games that took place last time out. So Hellas Verona and Sassuolo opened up the weekend. It was a 1-0 win for Sassuolo to get themselves up and moving. Where are they now on the table? They've climbed up to 14th after that big win. Big win for them. Actually went the other way. 2-1 win for Verona, who slip beneath Sassuolo now, down to 15th. It was quite surprising. Some of the big boys could only manage a point this week. Lecce on the flip side, very happy with their draw against champions Juventus. 1-1 final score. Actually went 3-0 on this one for Juve, so we got that one wrong. So maybe that was a chance for Inter Milan to get themselves back into contention, but no. They could only master a draw as well. 2-2 final score against Parma. Actually went 4 goals in this one. That's what I went as well, but I went 3-1 to Inter Milan. So, no real progress made for the top 2. It was a big week, though, for Atalanta. We'll get that in just a second. Genoa put 3 past Brescia. 3-1 final score. So, Genoa move up to out of the old drop zone, 17th spot. Brescia go into the drop zone, so it's not great for them. Actually went 2-1 in this one for Genoa. Bologna put 2 past Sampdoria. 2-1 final score. Sampdoria cannot get themselves up and running. Still stuck rock bottom. I think they're my team. Obviously, I try to have an affiliation with a club, with Italy, and Sampdoria are my team. I've liked them back in the day. Napoli were kind of my side, but I've kind of fallen out of love with them a little bit because they're too good. They're too good. I like the underdog. So Sampdoria need to get their shit together and get out of it. 2-0 final score for Bologna. Meanwhile, Atalanta, the story of the weekend over in Italy, 7-1 demolition of Udinese, and with that win, they do close the gap to just 3 points on the top spot. Could they be the surprise package this season? They were the surprise package last season, getting in the Champions League, but they could go one better and maybe even push for top 2 honours this season. 7-1 demolition. I actually predicted a win for Atalanta, quite a big one as well, but not as big as they put past Udinese. 3-0 for me. SPAL and Napoli, again, another surprise here for the top 3. Could only muster a 1-1 draw over, well, Napoli could only muster a 1-1 draw against SPAL. Actually, a 2-1 win for Napoli in the end. Torino against Cagliari, also battled to a 1-1 draw. Got the same amount of goals on this one, but I actually went with a win for Torino. Roma did beat AC Milan 2-1, so that shit show of a season continues previews for AC Milan. Actually went 3-1 on this one for Roma. And wrapping it up, Lazio did take care of business away against Fiorentina 2-1. I actually went with a 2-0 win on this one as well. So not too shabby, 5 out of the 10. So around about 50-50 for me. So that puts me in the straight-faced gang. What about you boys? How did you guys get on in the old predictions this week? Let's take a little look. Now, if you want to participate in these, get them in the old comment section down below. I'd like to see your names popping up next week. So I think there might have been one standout in here. It'll be a while. Denzel Tan is in the straight face gang. Kelsey Shambangu is in the shit face club. We are QPR in the straight face gang. Adi Opetra in the shit face club. Rupesh Thapa is also in the shit face club as well. Rory Pop did too pretty shabby as well. DNZ Canali not too bad. Amaji Monday in the shit face club. The Italian Devil also in the shit face club. Yannick Buster in the shit face gang, and Nathan Heaver in the shit face gang. So you guys with the yellow face, well done, well done, well done. You join me in the gang. Paresh Varas, though, he deserves, one of these bad boys. He absolutely blitzed it. I thought he was going to go all the flipping way and get him all right, but he did crumble it towards the end. And Christian04 in the straight face gang as well. You also deserve a round of applause. But story of the show, story of the week, Paresh Vyas with the thumbs up, top banana. So let's take a look at what the current situation is in Serie A. It is Juventus leading the way, 23 points on the board. Inter Milan just a 1 point adrift, 22 points. Atalanta, though, the biggest winners this week, up to 20, over Napoli now and into third spot. Napoli are in fourth. Roma, the two Roma sides are in fifth and sixth respectively. Down the bottom, Sampdoria struggling. Look to need a lifeline. SPAL and Brescia are in a bit of trouble as well. But anybody from all the way down from 12th, that's AC Milan, could go in the drop zone next week. That's how bad it's a huge week this week because it's double match day. When I say that, I'm only talking about this first game. Realistically, you could drag Parma, who's in 8th spot, that could get in the relegation zone. So let's take a look at the first round of matches here, folks. We'll be back again probably Thursday, something like that. It might be a late one. For the match day number, 11. So Parma will be taking on Hellas Verona this weekend. I'm just making sure that's correct. It is this weekend, the 29th of October. So Parma coming to this, they are, where are they in the table these days? 8th spot at the moment. Hellas Verona, like I said, I've gone down to 15th in the table. Now the previous records between these two sides, they haven't played in a long time, so I don't have any data for you. But Parma do come into this just a 1 defeat. In fact, 2 defeats at the past 5. Whereas Verona come into this also 2 defeats at the past 5. But it's back-to-back defeats for them. The bookmakers on this one, they will go 23-20 for Parma, 27-10 for Verona, 21-10 the draw on this one for me. I'm actually going to go with a victory for Parma, I believe. 2-0 final score, and on that one potentially could push them up into 5th spot in the table if everything else goes their way. Meanwhile, Brescia up against Inter Milan. Now, Brescia do come into this in the drop zone, 18th spot in the table. Inter Milan do come into this in 2nd spot. Just 1 win out of 3 for Inter Milan, so not brilliant. Brescia, though, come into this on the back of, what's their form book looking like? It's not too shabby. Let me back that up and I need to have a look at the grand picture. So Brescia, yeah, it's 3 defeats out of the past 5. It's not brilliant. They need to start getting some results going in the direction of the previous record between these two sides in all competitions and all the years. Go back to 2003 though. 1 victory for Brescia, 2 for Inter Milan, and 3 draws along the way. Inter Milan's last victory over Brescia and their own turf was a 3-0 win back in 2005. But it's been the previous 2 encounters before that were draws, 1-1. Christian Vieri on the score sheet that day for Inter Milan, and Obafemi Martins with the daily double, so that's going back a bit. Realistically, let's give you the bookmakers odds on this one. The bookmakers 11-2 for Brescia, 2-1 on for Inter Milan, 16-5 the draw. I'm actually going to go with a 3-1 win for Inter Milan on this one to snatch it. Moving forward into the Halloween Eve, 30th of October. That is Wednesday night action. We got Napoli up against Atalanta. Top match, this one. Probably the biggest game of the week. Obviously, Napoli coming to this in 4th. Atalanta are in 3rd. A win for Atalanta could potentially go top of the table. A win for Napoli could see them regain 3rd spot. The recent record between these two sides, it's pretty even. In fact, it is even. 3 wins for Napoli, 3 wins for Atalanta. However, the last 6 games over in Naples has gone in favour of Atalanta. 2 wins for Napoli, 3 for Atalanta, 1 draw along the way. It's back-to-back wins for Atalanta at the moment. You've got to go back to 2017 that Napoli did beat Atalanta, and it was 3-1 on the day. The goal scorers for that day was Peter Selinski, Dries Martins, and Marco Rog. Brian Cristante was the score sheet for Atalanta. Tough one to call this one. The bookmakers, what they see, evens for Napoli, 5-2 for Atalanta, 13-5 the draw. I think I've gone for Naples on this one, 3-2 just to nick it, and again that could push Naples back into third spot and into contention for those top 2 spots, runner-up and Champions. Meanwhile, Cagliari will be taking on Bologna this weekend. 2 similar sort of size. Bologna in 10th, Cagliari in 7th. Cagliari come into this unbeaten in 6. Bologna just the 1 win in 6. They're on a bit of a slope, and I expect them to kind of spiral down the table a little bit. The recent record between these 2 sides goes in favour for the visitors. 2 wins for them, 3 draws, and just the 1 win for Cagliari. And that win for Cagliari was not too long ago, 2018. In fact, it was the last time that these 2 sides duked it out in Cagliari. So it's a recent record, and if you want to take a look at those, examine that statistic a little bit more detail, it's 2 victories over the past 6 games, 3 draws and 1 win for Bologna, and that win for Bologna was back in 2013, so it's gone 6 years since Bologna picked up a victory against these hosts. Now the bookmakers on this one are going to go with 17-10 for the hosts, 31-20 for the opposition, 12-5 the draw. A win for Bologna could see them go up as high as 6th in the table, and a win for Cagliari could see them go as high as 4th. That would be Champions League football if we were to go that way. I'm actually going to go with Cagliari to take it, and again could push them into top 4 contention for midweek action. Moving forward to champions Juventus up against Genoa this weekend. The recent record between these 2 sides: 4 victories for Juventus, 1 win for Genoa, 1 draw along the way. In fact, the last time that these 2 sides did duke it out, it was over in Genoa. It was a 2-0 victory for the visitors this week. 2-0 for Genoa. Goal scorers on that day: Stefano Storaro and Goran Pandev, to make it 2-0. If you want to take a look at the last 6 games over in Juve, the San Siro, 5 victories for the hosts, 0 for Genoa, and 1 draw along the way. That draw was also last season as well. It was a 1-1 draw back in the day, and the goal scorer on that day, Cristiano Ronaldo for the hosts, Daniel Bessa for the visitors. The form book coming into this, though, Juve obviously they did slip up last weekend, but prior to that, 5 wins on the spin. Meanwhile, Genoa come into this. Where are they in the table? 17th for the table, just the 1 win at the past 6, but that was last time out. Going to go with Juve on this one, quite big, quite large, 4-0 in the end to smash it and take home all 3 points. Moving forward, we've got Lazio up against Torino this week. It's match day number 10, and we got quite a decent game on our hands. 2 victories for the hosts, 2 for Torino, 2 draws in the last 6 games in all competitions and all venues between these 2 sides. The last 6, though, over in Rome. 3 victories for the host, that's Lazio, 1 win for Torino, 2 draws along the way. That last time that Torino did pick up a victory was 2017. It was around about December, 11th of December, if you want to be specific. 3-1 final score. Alex Berenga, Thomas Rincon, and Simone Adera with the goals on that day. Luis Alberto for Lazio. Immobile got himself a red card, but you got to go back to 2017 as well, earlier in the calendar, for the last time Lazio did pick up a victory against these bad boys on their own turf. Coming into this, though, Lazio look decent, unbeaten in 4 games. Torino, on the flip side, haven't won a game in 4, so it's one of those sort of games that you can't really. It's a little bit dicey for me, but I'm going to side with Roma to 2-0 win in the end, and that could potentially push Roma up to in the Champions League spots into number 4. Meanwhile, Sampdoria up against Lecce now. Lecce are in 16th spot. Sampdoria are rooted to the table. Unbeaten, or winless in 5, Sampdoria, and 4 of those are defeats. Lecce, on the flip side, haven't won a game in 5 as well. So I haven't won a game in 4. 2 defeats and 2 draws last time out. So, but most importantly, they did pick up a draw against the champions, Juventus. So that could be a bit of a springboard for them. The bookmakers on this one, Bookmakers on this one are going to go with a 178 on for Sampdoria, 10-3 Lecce. So they are stone cold favourites for the victory. 27-10 for the draw. The recent record between these two sides over the last 6 games: 4 victories for Sampdoria, 2 for Lecce, 0 draws. But the last 6 over in Sampdoria, 3 victories for the hosts, 2 victories for Lecce, 1 draw along the way. The last time that these two sides, in fact, duked it out in Serie A was back in 2011, and the victory went for the visitors. However, go back a couple more years, 2009, and Sampdoria put 6 past Lecce in a 6-2 demolition. Goal scorers on that day: Gianpaolo Pazzani got himself 2, Antonio Cazzano got himself 2, Angelo Pambolo got himself a goal, and Marco Pandolano got himself a goal. And Mario Defendi and Giuseppe Veves got the goals for Lecce. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm actually going to go with a win, finally, for Sampdoria, and hopefully they can get up and running, because potentially that win could get them out it could get them up to 18th. But if Lecce were victorious, they could go as high as 11th in the table. Sassuolo take on Fiorentina this weekend. Sassuolo come into 14th in the table. Fiorentina are 9th. Just a 1 defeat out of 6 for them. Sassuolo 2 wins of the past 5 heading into this. The recent record between these two sides is even Stevens. 2 wins for Sassuolo, 2 wins for Fiorentina, 2 draws along the way. That's in all competitions and all venues. Now, if you want to take a look at the last 6 over in Sassuolo, it's a bit more favourable for the visitors. 2 wins for Fiorentina, 3 draws, and just the 1 win for Sassuolo. But that win was back in 2018. It was 1-0 on the day. Goal scorer on that day: Mattialio Paliantano, but Brian Darbo, ex-Rover, I believe, with a red card on that day. For me, going to go with, in fact, let's give you the bookmakers' odds on this one. For me, 9-5 9-5 for Sassuolo, 11-8 the away win, 5-2 the draw. For me, going to go with a 2-0 win on this one, and that gives Sassuolo a big old boost. Potentially could go as high as 9th in the table. In fact, could leapfrog Fiorentina along the way. Penultimate game, we go at Udinese up against Roma. Now, obviously, Udinese coming to this on the back of that spanking by Atalanta. Now, Udinese find themselves in a bit of trouble in 12th spot at the moment. Well, that's not too much trouble. They're actually not too bad form. Just 2 defeats at the past 5, where Roma sitting 5th in the table, unbeaten in 4. That's 2 wins, 2 draws in that collection of games. The last 6, though, between these two sides in all competitions and all venues: 5 wins for Roma, 1 win for Udinese, 0 draws. However, if you take a look at the last 6 over in Udinese, it's still pretty much the same for 1 victory for Udinese and 5 wins for Roma. But Roma did beat them last time out when these two sides did meet in the same stomping ground. It was a 1-0 win back in 2018. About around the same time, give or take a month, 24th of November. Rodrigo Di Paola with the goal on the 54th minute, if we want to be bang on point, folks. The bookmakers on this bad boy see this: 3-1 for Udinese, 100-88 on for Roma, 13-5 the draw. So it is favourable for Roma. A win for them, if they so choose, could go to as high as 4th in the table. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a 2-1 win for this bad boy. I'm wrapping it up. It will be on Halloween, boys and girls. Will it be a nightmare for AC Milan, or will it be a bit of a scary tale for SPAL on this bad boy? SPAL coming to this in the drop zone, 19th spot on the table, just the 1 win out of the past 6. AC Milan, though, same sort of form, 1 win out of the past 6. They're on free fall, despite changing their manager quite recently. Now, the last 6 games, though, in fact, the last 4 games, go all in favour for AC Milan. That's 4 victories for them, 0 for SPAL, 0 draws along the way. In the last two times that these two teams duked it out over in Milan, 2 victories for AC Milan. And they scored 2 goals in both occasions, and this time last season it was a 2-1 win for AC Milan. Samu Castiello and Gonzalo Higuain, the goal scorers. There was also a red card to boot on that. It was a 2-1 win. Final score on that boy: a win. If AC Milan were to be victorious on this day, they could go as high as 8th in the table. A win for SPAL could see them go up as high as 12th. And that'd be at the drop zone and in a bit of clean air for a couple of days, because obviously match day number 11 just around the corner. For me, I'm actually going to go with AC Milan to take this, to make it 3 wins out of 3 over SPAL when played at the San Siro. And that would get them out of the old little mire that they're in at the moment. The bookmakers, did I give you the bookmakers odds on this one? 147 on for AC Milan, 6-1 for SPAL, 16-5 the draw skis. Now, please be sure to get your own predictions in nice and early. Obviously, this week is double match week, so we need them in basically today and tomorrow, and then Wednesday it's kind of a shit show. You're gonna dice with death on that bad boy. When I say that in a nice Halloween kind of way, because your predictions will be I'll be questioning them if you come in late on Thursday. On Wednesday, sorry, because then you know what, you're out of time. But anyway, let's just say between you and I that these predictions that I put up here come true. This is what the table would look like come forward to Thursday. It will be Juventus leading the way. Inter Milan will be in second. Atalanta would dropped off the pace a little bit, and Napoli will be in fourth. The two Roma sides will remain in fifth and sixth. Down the bottom will be Sampdoria, SPAL, and Brescia, all on 7 points in a very tight relegation battle. Again, be sure to get your predictions in nice and early for matchday number 10. Just to let you know, there are some other bits and pieces going on the channel this week. If I get this video up nice and early, you will be able to see the live prediction show at the Premier League on Monday, which is today, and then tomorrow we'll be back for the Championship football with, of course, Blackburn Rovers shit show at the moment. That's on Tuesday. And on Thursday we will have Champions League predictions live. Those three are live on the channel, and then we should hopefully have our first watch along in a long time. I've been talking about it for the past 2 games, but obviously I've had technical snafus each and every day we've come up to this. It's been like 20 minutes before we go live, and I don't get any internet for my streaming machine. So it's been a shit show. But be sure to get those suckers in nice and early. And yeah, get your predictions in, and I look forward to seeing what you guys expect on the channel. Be sure to give this video some loving. If you're new, make sure you smash that subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Serie A related, world football related. We're going to all here under one roof. Double match day just around the corner. Get your predictions in right about now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.